was. Like I'm always going to speak what's on my mind and on my heart because I don't want it stuck in me. Because if you don't express it, you carry it. And now you're thinking about it. And once you're giving your energy and focus to it, the mind will gather 15,000 other stories that are going to try to amplify what you didn't express and what you haven't let go of. So I did express, like, hey, I do appreciate you, like showing your love, showing your appreciation. But unless it's something that you're using or just it's yours, I would invite you to just like leave it alone.
Let it be.
Just let it be. Hey, Annabelle,
Don't touch us.
let it be. And I had
Hey,
to
Annabelle.
I had to like express that and be okay with that because a part of me was like, damn, I don't want to hurt their feelings. Damn, I don't want them to feel like bad or feel like they're walking on eggshells or have to walk on eggshells. But I also have to express that like this is new. So I have to like get accustomed and adapted to you being here, but don't overexert yourself to where now you're getting in your own way. Because now you're doing things that are going to create more irritation versus just like, hey, like, do you want me to do this or do that? Ask, and then that's where you're able to know, like, this is something I would like you to support me with, or this is something I would rather you just let be. And I feel like we're teaching each other in a sense because I'm teaching them how to, in a sense, get permission before just assuming that this is what is wanted or needed. Because once again, their purpose is to do a good gesture. Their intention is to show gratitude and be kind. But I feel like this is a lesson that we all can learn in the sense that, but we don't know until we ask. And I'm big on questions. Like I love communication because that's where you're gaining clarity. Without clarity, you just assume. And when you assume, 9 out of 10 times, you're assuming the wrong thing, and you're gonna get the you're gonna get the outcome in which you didn't want. So that's where like this is teaching me a lot about myself, but I went into it with the intent to learn. I didn't want to just because of old patterns, I would have said, yeah, come and do this, knowing damn well I didn't want them to, knowing damn well I was going to be irritated in the first 24 hours of that experience. But I'm like, okay, how can I stretch beyond the comfort of what I'm used to? So, and it's only 2 weeks. It's only 2 weeks. So that is like the end goal that I am like, okay, it's not beyond 2 weeks. I'm gonna land it there.
Yeah, I love that you brought that up. And you also kind of mentioned earlier that sense of obligation, you know, and I really want to celebrate you for articulating yourself, because we can we can sometimes feel like you said we don't want to hurt people's feelings or we don't want to step on people's toes, but meanwhile they are in our home. They're wanting to be in a relationship with us. We also work in a space, right? We're sharing an experience here. So what I require to feel comfortable, what I require to feel confident, confident, confidence,
I know.
confidence, yes, new language. What we need to feel confident, what we need to feel comfortable, what we need to feel clear, right? That's also important. And a lot of us have that seed of people pleasing, of obligation within us, and we don't take the time to address and assess, like with Raymel, just recognizing, okay, this person cleaned my house, and I wasn't expecting it, and I didn't ask for it. I'm feeling irritated. But instead of saying, okay, I'm feeling irritated, but I'm just go, okay, this is fine, I'm going to address it. But instead of also going to be like, ew, yeah, 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 which was something that he was probably married in childhood, that I was definitely married in childhood. Instead of going that route, being aware, being aware enough to say, okay, I need to honor how I'm feeling because this is my space and I need to have my standard, have my boundaries, and also communicate that in a way that honors this other person. Because a lot of times we can say things, or let me start speaking from the I. There's often I've found in my own life that I have said things to people and not taken into consideration that they have their own sensitivities. You know, there are times I've definitely been completely too concerned about people's sensitivities and I didn't say something, right? But then there were other times where I had done that too much and somebody did something and their sensitivities were just not on the map at all. And I was just like, ga, 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 ga. You feel me? And then I stepped back from that situation with my ego feeling satisfied that it got to burst. But then my spirit is feeling like, why did you dig into the person like that? They didn't deserve that. My heart starts to feel like, oh, what if somebody did that to you? What do you mean? Like what if somebody, what about the times people have done that to you? Right? And how that made me feel, the heart is saying. And you went and did this to somebody else because you're not being, because you're not assessing where you are, and you're not being aware of the situation. Um, so I really appreciate that you tapped into that because, boy, oh boy, dealing with other human experiences that are not in your control because we have one vessel at a time, right? It really is one of the most interesting, like, opportunities for growing in life, dealing with other human beings. And it's it's very helpful. It's been very helpful for me, right? Um, to tap into my self love and my self compassion and my awareness of what my needs are and what my boundaries are so that I can have the understanding that other people have these things as well and it can benefit them, right? If they don't have that self love or self compassion, it can benefit them. Um, but also, it has helped me to recognize that I like protecting myself and honoring myself is necessary and valuable. You know, like, man, having this understanding of oneness and awareness that every person around me is my teacher, is a reflection of what's going on within me. You know, everything that I'm experiencing in life is an opportunity for me to have clarity on my you are here sign, right? So that I can step forward into, you know, the path that I really want to be on. Having that awareness has been so freeing and profound because it allows me to walk through life and when situations happen to have grace and understanding. And I have the tools to breathe. I have the tools of, okay, what is for my highest good in this moment? You know, what is the best way that I can articulate and express myself in this moment? You know, having my feelings wheel, being able to articulate these energies in motion are coming through and what they're wanting to tell me. It's so very helpful when we are navigating these interactions, these exchanges with other human beings. But yeah, I feel like I kind of went on a little tangent.
I love it. I love it because
Yeah.
you spoke some realness in regards to it has been my practices. It has been my self love practices, my self care practices that have even allowed me to stay in the curiosity of what is this teaching me versus going into the frustration of like feeling fed up off of something that's so little, but I make so big because it's my space, the ego, the my. And we had an experience yesterday where like, and I want to speak to like when you are sharing space with someone who isn't in this work.
Mm, okay, now.
When you're sharing space with someone
Yeah.
who isn't work, that becomes it amplifies the lessons.
Mm.
For me, I can speak. For me, it's amplifying the lessons that life is teaching me
Mm.
because I'm having to practice more patience. I'm having to practice more understandings. I'm having to not dishonor the work that I've done and the knowing that I have. So, example, like when you're in conversation, I'm not going to go in depth because that's private in regards to what we're sharing, but when you're having a conversation and someone, I'll just give like the outer view of the experience, but someone is like falling into the victim character
Mm.
and they're complaining about everything that happened throughout the day and all the things that they've experienced. And they're just stuck in this character of like, oh my God, why me? And I say it like that because that's literally how I hear it.
Mm.
I hear it from whoever is expressing it. That's
Oh.
how I hear it. And I can laugh at that now because I know that we all hold so much power. That's not something I believe, it's
Mm.
something I know. So when I know that, I don't project that.
Mm.
I don't project that to someone who doesn't have that knowing because it's going to go to deaf ears
Mm.
and it creates more of a fight. So I've had to practice okay, how are you able to hold space, bring awareness, but also support?
Mm.
So, in a sense, holding space is listening to the womp, 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 because that's literally what it sounds like. But then, how do you bring awareness to where they are and what could open up the door for them to understand, like, what they may not be able to see and what they're sharing, but also support through inviting them into practices? Because that's what I did. They were in this victim mentality, complaining about just something that the day was. And I listened, I brought awareness, and I said, get up and move your body. I
You're
literally
like, get
did.
started.
But like, and it helped them shift their energy. But I had to honor because it was me, it was reminding me that the work works when you do it,
Mhm.
but also you can't force this work onto anyone if they're not ready to do it because it's not going to be of service to them.
Mm.
And it was just a beautiful experience because at times we think we only have to be with people who are in the work so we can feel comfortable, so we can feel
Mm.
confident, so we can have a sense of feeling aligned. But when you are in this world where the majority of the population isn't doing the work, how are you still able to be in it but not of it? And this is my lesson of learning how to be still in connections, relationships, and exchanges with people who are not of this work, but you can honor the work that you have done and just be the reflection without me holding my pamphlet, trying to convert people over to becoming the best highest expressions of themselves. Because it's easy to get lost in that and think like, well, this will be their solution. In reality, I don't have a solution for you
Mm.
because the answer is in your calling.
Mhm.
So that's where I can try to be that savior because even I feel like there's a sense of them thinking that I am going to be their savior and their teacher
Mm.
because of the work that I've done, because they've in a sense said that to me. And that's where I had to just be like, I can't teach you anything.
Mhm.
I can't teach you anything because for you to put me on this pedestal of you're going to learn so much from me, that means that you're expecting me to be perfect.
Mhm.
And if I have any form of mistake,
Mhm.
now I'm going to be, in a sense, condemned in the eyes in which you see me
Mm.
And now there's like this bubble busted of what you expected of me. So that's where like I had to like even bring the awareness, like I'm not here to teach you anything.
Mm.
Your lesson is through your own experiences. Once again, that word experiences, but anything outside of that, I hold no responsibility for or to. So it's just so much that I'm learning from this, y'all. Like so much. But
Hello, Chill Pixie.
hello, Chill Pixie. But I'm so grateful that I have made the choice to enter this lesson because I feel like this is what is the blessing of me showing the growth in which I have and that I am continuously having through these experiences.
Yes, yes. And we see your request, Helen. Um, I want to bring into it my own perspective,
Mm-hmm.
um, because I also find it challenging to be like to navigate things with people who are in the work, because sometimes I have an expectation of like, oh, you're in the work, so like,
Mm.
you know,
You should
you
know.
should know already. However, the thing is, we're all at different um, degrees, you know, different levels, different experiences, different, you know, methods or whatever, and all having different experiences, right?
Mm.
And so there are times, like even with myself, where I might slip into some, oh my gosh, this person did this, da, 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 or like into some sort of complaining about what's going on in the world, right? Stages.
Mm-hmm.
That's another good word. And sometimes I'll be having a conversation with somebody who is, you know, maybe like a coach or a practitioner or a minister or something like that, and they'll just be like just yapping along, and I'm just like, why are you talking about this? Shouldn't you have some higher awareness of like how to better communicate this situation, or be speaking more highly about it or something of like that nature? But I have to pause when I'm having those thoughts.
Mm.
You feel me? Because I am aware now that if I'm having this thought about somebody else, I'm also having it about myself. And that thought is not one of compassion and understanding, it's one of judgment. You
Mm-hmm.
know, it's creating this expectation that, yes, we are divine beings, but we're having a human experience. We are in a human incarnation. And that comes with processing and expressing, you know, in the ways that we were taught until we learn how to do them differently. And even if somebody has been in this work for 20 years, you know, they're still what they were born and raised with,
Mm-hmm.
that we are working through. You know, there is no like peak, there is no pinnacle, there is no finish line to this. You know, we really do this work until we transition out of this body.
Mm-hmm.
And it's just interesting because, yeah, dealing with people who aren't in the work is challenging. And I do also have to have space and grace in that capacity, also, especially when it comes to people that are related to me or that I've known for a while. And I feel like I have more. I was, you know, just because he was saying this, I was realizing I had more compassion and understanding for those people who are not in the work than I do for people who are in the work.
Mm.
Because I was like, oh, I do like have this little seed of like side eye
Mm.
when it comes to people who are like spiritual, again, spiritual, personal development, whatever. Um, when certain conversations come up, but then I was like, oh, let me check myself, because
Mm.
again, everyone is a teacher, everyone is a mirror reflecting. So if I'm having these thoughts about these people who are expressing these things, what am I thinking about myself,
Mhm.
right? So yeah, you want to
Mm.
let Helen on in. So
I love that you brought that because that is a true factor. Like I used to do that
mm,
and still sometimes do that too of like, oh well you should know better
mm-hmm.
because you are on this journey versus you are a human having this experience just like me. So
Mm-hmm.
who am I to say what you should know or should be doing if I'm not?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Hey Helen,
Helen.
Hi guys.
you see your nails? They
We see.
cute. They cute. She's like, do you see it? Do
She's
you
like, hi
see?
guys.
That's how you know someone just got there. They
Wow.
say, hey, how you doing? How you
It's been a
doing?
while. I mean, really. I missed you guys last week.
We
Yeah.
miss you too,
And
Helen.
it seems like 6 months. I mean, so much has changed.
Mm.
And it's been really, really interesting. I had an unexpected medical condition that landed me in the hospital.
Mm.
And you guys know how I've talked about being alone and, trying to deal with the work that I've done with that and stuff. And I was talking to this gentleman and on Facebook, and he was looking for a place to stay for a while. And I mean, it was like the universe had its hand on this, because right out of my mouth came, "Well, you can come and stay with me,"
Mm.
And it has been the biggest growth spurt
Mm.
that I've had since I first started with you guys a little over a year ago. I believe that, I mean, we're obviously helping each other, but I believe like he's like an angel of a sent. I mean, I've been done so much work on my negativity, and he's turned me on to like some Buddha thinking and the right thinking, and it's been challenging, but I'm so totally open to it. I mean, it's just I'm like just ready, and it's showing me a lot about myself. I did not realize how strong I actually have been this past year. And you guys know because you watched me, go through all of it. But like again, it's stages. You guys know my age and stuff, and so I was where you used to be when you were very protective of your space. Now because of what I've been through, I'm completely open, and I'm thrilled. And it's I mean, I was there for a while, chain smoking, from the time I woke up until I fell asleep. And now I've stopped completely for maybe not quite 2 weeks, a little over a week, a few days or something. But I mean, it's just it's been enlightening. It's been really enlightening. And now it's just continue on, continue on. But yeah, I'm like, come on in, teach me whatever you can teach me, because I'm open for it. I'm open to knowing about it and just not being. I don't know if was the victim. You would know better than me, Raymel. I don't know. I just couldn't get out of my own way. But then my client was sick for a month in the hospital. He got out of the hospital, and I went in the hospital.
Oh, wow.
And then I came out of the hospital, and then we started our journey again, and it was just as good as it was 3 months ago when I first started. It was great, so it's just it's been an interesting experience. And I just wanted to share it with you.
Helen, I love that you're having a similar experience,
Yeah.
but you're experiencing it and in a sense an elevated way because like you said, for me, this is a lesson that I'm learning how to share my space because it's such a sacred space for me. And you're in a space experiencing a similar thing and like opening your space up, like here, come.
Absolutely. Yeah.
and embrace this time here. And in the sense, I'm
Mhm.
learning how to do that, but it's definitely stretching me in a way in
It's
which
challenging. Oh
it
no,
is.
when I was in your shoes, oh hell yeah. Oh hell yeah. It's like really, really challenging.
Hmm.
But then, I think, I mean, this is a generalization. I think sometimes as people grow older, on some level they mellow maybe, or they let loose, they let loose the tight hold, the tight grip they had on what they thought was, and loosen the grip to see what actually might be. Because I mean, I spent a year alone. I did a lot of growth, but I still feel like there's a lot more to do. And I mean, listen, let's not, buttercut. I was dying. I mean, I was just dying. Being alone so much and trying to like figure myself out, and and now I'm seeing myself through others' eyes. And I joined that church. Remember, I told you I wanted to. I'm still the only white person in the church, and it's like it doesn't matter. I told you I let go of those friends, the 42-year-old friend, 32, and the universe. I mean, I had to feel that pain and let go of that connection, but the universe is giving me 2 or 3 times more than what I had to give up. So I just want to pass that along with, my old age advice. It's
I receive it.
it's like you said, Angelique, the journey, the lesson never learns. I mean, never ends. And sometimes you have to learn it 2 or 3 times before you get it right. So, but yeah, related to what you both had to say, it's like.
Thank you for sharing, Helen. It really has been a gift to witness your journey and your experience, and you are definitely a strong lady. You feel me? And I appreciate when you come on and you're like, things are really wonderful and marvelous. And also when you come on and you say, I'm struggling right now and, this is happening, but you stay in the work of it. You always step away and say, okay, I'm going to continue to be aware of my thoughts and think a lighter thought. I'm going to continue to keep my heart open and know that what I'm releasing right now is going to invite in more. And you're just having this beautiful living, elevation experience.
Yeah, it's amazing.
And it really
great.
is. It really is. And I just want to congratulate you on that. And I love, because I'm also in this season wanting to keep myself open. I can't particularly share my space I am right now. I don't think I can like have visitors. I don't think I can have like people over.
Right, I know.
It's details, but I really love this energy here of like sharing space and inviting people in because that's also where I want my heart to be. I'm working with a practitioner right now to navigate that. Because I was recognizing that while I do see myself building a life with a woman, I was recognizing that my heart was more closed off to men for some other reasons that I had not really been articulating or like really looking into. So being able to have that space with this person to conversate and really just say like, hey, I've been having these certain thoughts about how I don't respect men or like how I have trouble um, taking care of people and getting upset when they don't really take care of me, and like having them, I know Helen, I know and just having the somebody to talk through with that is a man, that is a straight person. I did confirm. I did. He was so funny. He was like, "Yes, I'm straight. I like women." I was like, "Okay." I just realized I never
I just
confirmed.
assumed. I needed to make sure I got you. I knew.
Yeah, but like, and it's nice to be able to do that with a straight man because that's where that's like the avatar for where my issues stem from. You know,
Yeah, you
so
know, I mean,
just being able to have that work and be in that work, I
yeah,
appreciate
yeah.
that we are kind of all in that space.
Mm.
Yeah, keeping our hearts
You
and
know,
our homes open.
you'll know, you feel it, and you'll know, and you'll be able to, open up and see it as an opportunity. My problem, and Ray Melvin knows all about this, and we don't really have to get into it, but what worries me is my character defect. I don't know what to call it, but the attachment thing. Ray Mel, we've been talking about this for a year. And I've worked so hard to get where I am now. That I'm willing to be open and I think, I just read somewhere, real intimacy is conversations and, sharing and getting to really know and respect each other and stuff. It doesn't have to have anything to do with the bedroom, but I've worked so hard to find myself after that debacle of a relationship. So that attachment is like, I have to somehow be okay with disattaching, being unattached.
And you know what's supporting me with that, Helen? Because the thing is, we are attached to the frequency. Because it's just like having a pet.
Yes, okay.
It's like having a pet. You're used to their energy
Right.
being there to greet you, to lay on you, to annoy you.
That's good, Raymond.
So it's the energy of that thing or person that we're attached to. So what's been supporting me is becoming present when I find myself attaching to when are they coming back or where are they going, and being aware of when I'm in the focus of what they are doing or not doing and bringing myself back to what am I doing.
To present,
So it allows me to not attach myself to them and it becomes present with where I am. So I would just lend that to you is when you find yourself maybe being in that attachment, because when someone's in your space, that energy, because we're used to our energy in our own space. So when someone else's energy in our space, we get in a sense used to, okay, they leave at this time, they come back at this time, they're doing this at this time. So we kind of get accustomed to their routine and patterns. And then we're like, okay, if it's broken, the attachment will be aware of like, well, why am I worried about where they are? Why am I worried about when they're coming back?
Yeah, really, why?
Why am I thinking like, oh, why are they doing this?
So that's our awareness of when we're falling into the old pattern of attachment is to.
It's a bad habit. A bad habit, right?
Bring ourselves to the present, and in the present, there's nothing to be attached to because you're experiencing the now moment.
Right.
So I would lend that to you because that's been my thing. Because in my job, y'all, this is only my friend has only only been in my 48.
I was just guessing. He didn't even tell me that,
You
y'all.
never get through it.
It's only been 48 hours, y'all. It has not even been a week.
Oh my God.
It's not even been a week. So
48 hours?
That was a guess. Ooh, my spirit was like,
it has not been long at all. This has been like not even a trial period. It's only been we only opened the package. I haven't even opened it up yet. Like
I swear to God.
Just got the intro welcome email.
They've only stayed 2 nights and I'm already going crazy. No.
Oh my God. When are you having? Didn't you mention some kind of get together in LA at some time?
Yes.
We're in the works. We're trying to coordinate that because Sister Angelique was thinking April. Yeah. But we want to coordinate a time to where it's good for everyone as far as we're thinking about travels and room and board.
Yeah. So I've been in contact with some people. I think it might be like September. Yeah.
That's on your birthday, Helen.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, then, come on out for your birthday.
I would love to.
Because I know Sumi was saying with her children and stuff during the summer, she likes to spend time with them. So she said not during the summer. So I said, okay.
Alright.
Or maybe even like October, depending. I don't know when school stuff starts in Texas. So,
Well, you'll let everybody know anyway.
Mhm.
yeah, absolutely. And we're still kind of putting it together and
Mm-hmm.
looking to see what is available and who's available. But yeah,
Yeah,
yeah.
we have some interesting things that Healing Conversation is merging into. We
Mhm.
have, yeah, we have some interesting things. We have the live event that will be like later in the future. We actually have something else. I don't know if we want to talk about just yet because we ain't even did it.
Okay.
We're gonna do
Okay.
it, but let's just say it's gonna be a Healing Conversations that you could
Mm-hmm.
listen to wherever you are throughout your
Mm-hmm.
day. That's going to support you. So
Mhm.
that's going to
Okay.
be a different expansion of Healing Conversations. And then we're going to be doing a lot of things with this space because it is needed. It has supported us, Sister Angelique and I know it supported you a lot and others, Helen.
Absolutely.
So we want to just make sure that we're able to reach more, do more, but also
Mhm.
honor the time in which we give it.
Mhm. Yeah.
Okay.
And we're
Uh,
sort of towards our time. Was there something else you
yeah.
wanted to ask, Helen, real quick?
No, I'm good. It's good to see you both.
You
Yeah.
too,
And I knew Ray Mel would
Helen.
have a suggestion for me, so
Yes.
yes. And you
And
know
wait,
me, I
real quick
like.
question, Helen. That chrome on your nails, is that the what you sent me from
Yeah. Let me
Amazon?
see.
So is that what you put on top of those?
You put the chrome on top of it. So what I did was a lavender and then the chrome on top. Or
Mmm.
just not even. Can I do it because I'm fast?
There we go. Yeah, I love that chrome. How long
Mhm.
does it
The
take for it
chrome
to be
is.
shipped? Does it take a long time for it to come on Amazon?
No, but if you do it
Male
yourself,
conversations.
We
Girl.
so went on to a nail.
we gotta do this. We gotta do this.
Okay. Send me a message, Helen. I'm gonna send you a message on
All right.
Facebook. I
All
love
right,
you.
guys. Love you both.
Love
Bye.
But yes, we appreciate y'all being here.
Because we were straight
Being a
going on
part
a
of-
whole nail
Yeah.
tutorial.
It's like, okay. Well, nail masterclass.
Oh my
But yeah,
goodness.
we appreciate you watching, being here. Happy Saturday. If you're on the replay, thank you for watching the replay. We will, kind of how we mentioned at the beginning, we'll probably be virtual next week. So yeah, make sure you hop on. We are
And we can
looking.
still invite you on
Yes,
into the
there's still
stage to
space
add
on the stage.
contribution. We'll be
Absolutely.
starting since we'll be virtual. And our originals
Yeah,
with
original 3:30 time.
Yeah, right.
Yeah, and it's like what's been so beautiful about this, and then I guess I'll kind of chat a little bit until the lady comes kick us out.
Mhm.
But this has been a beautiful, growing experience having this space. Um, Originally, the idea was have a free public space that people can come to and we can engage in person.
Mhm.
But I've been noticing how it doesn't really, this space specifically doesn't really lean to that. However,
Mhm.
it's allowed Ray Mel and I to have somewhere consistent to be together to really build the legs
Right.
on this. And I feel like if we had started virtually, like in separate rooms or whatever,
It wouldn't have
it
been so
wouldn't, yeah, it
connected.
wouldn't have had the same kind of strength and roots. So
Oh, hell no.
I am grateful that we were able to have this time in this season together. I love that Ray Mel and I have been on this journey together. Um, and yeah, so we're still here. It's still going to be beautiful space for you to share and to
It is.
expand.
I'm so
And we're
grateful
doing
for it.
even more and holding even more space for you all because this has been just beautiful and powerful. So we want to continue to grow it and honor its work in the world. So yeah.
And just a little note to anyone who is in creation, this would be a little gem I leave. Be open.
Mm.
Be open for things to change. Be open for things to emerge in the way in which they're meant to. And Helen, don't be attached. And no, and that's not for Helen. I'm just saying we were just talking about it, but
Yeah.
to don't be attached to what it should be, because that will keep it from being all that it can be. And I'm
that's what I'm
grateful that
concerned
we
about. Yeah.
have this space to where we can grow, learn, and expand together. And just as we evolve, you all will see it, and you'll be a part of this journey with us. So we thank you, we love you, and we will see you all next week. Bye, Helen. I'm gonna send you a message, Helen. Bye.
Nail
I
stream.
did not. We definitely was like, so which one is that? How long is